Hello, dar115. Okay, let's wrap things up. Your final projects. Okay, now normally the assignment for your final project is to basically take all of the tools that you guys now have in your toolbox, parallel action and Kuleshov and Eisensteinian montage and graphic match cut, and put it into one final great film. Please feel free to do so. However, you can keep it very, very simple. It could be as simple as this. Okay, so just show me the sequence of shots. That's all I'm really looking for your final project. That could be it if that's what you want to do. However, please feel free to do what the original idea of combining everything into one film. If you have the opportunity, that would be great, including a section that has standard coverage and then everything else we've covered. Okay, so like I said, simple coverage. That's all I'm hoping, or that's all I'm requiring. Hoping for do as much as you want. Now, the second thing we didn't get to was wrapping up the Eisensteinian montage. We did not cover. We had talked about it, but I hadn't gone through in detail the tonal and overtonal and intellectual. So I'm going to do that really fast right now. Okay, tonal, overtonal. Basically, in a nutshell, tonal montage is basically means to edit in such a way to help emphasize the tone, hence tonal, of the film. As in, you want to make your audience feel what the movie is about by the way you edit it. So I'm taking the war movie, the epic, and I'm going to re-edit it to emphasize. In this case, I've chosen, and it's up to you, what's your movie about, right? I'm going to emphasize the terror and shock of war. By the way, I'm going to take all the same images and I'm just going to re-edit it to emphasize that, to have the tone of terror and shock through editing. And here it is. Okay, now, intellectual montage. I am not wearing a hat today, so you can see my hair. So, my hair. You might think, God, didn't you just cut your hair? And yes, I did. And look at it, right? Already, yeah. So, to make it as clear as possible, my hair grows like weeds. Oh, right. I get it. I get it. Hint, hint. Check out some other great examples on YouTube. In the original Eisenstein, if you go to YouTube and search Eisensteinian montage, a lot of these things will come up. In one of his great films, he shows workers on strike, and the army comes in and they slaughter the workers, and he intercuts between the workers getting shot and a cattle being slaughtered. Get it? The workers are innocent cattle being slaughtered by the butchers, the army, right? This is then reused in Apocalypse Now, the famous end sequence in Apocalypse Now. Cow getting slaughtered, Colonel Kurtz getting executed, and then we see, surprisingly, maybe to some people, Charlie Chaplin was a big fan of Sergei Eisenstein, and he took this idea in the beginning of modern times. He's going to show a whole bunch of workers lining up to punch in at a time clock, and then he cuts to a quick shot of a bunch of sheep being led, presumably to be sheared or maybe even slaughtered. And of course, in the middle of them, all these white sheep, there's a black sheep, which is probably, you know, intellectual montage for Charlie Chaplin himself and his character, the black sheep. All right. Also, I mentioned this before, but the famous sex sequence in Naked Gun, some great intellectual montage, very enjoyable. So please watch those examples. Your projects are due May 15th. Wrap it all up. Keep it simple. I don't care. Just hand in something. Have fun with it though if you can. Intellectual montage is really fun. So try to throw that in. Have some coverage really quick. It just can be as simple as those series of shots. And think in terms of tonal, overtone. What are you trying to communicate to your audience? What can you do with the editing that will help subconsciously emphasize that tone? Okay. If I were to make something, all right, I'll just leave it at that. All right. Bye guys. Miss you all.